Hi, it's me. I know it's been a minute. Last thing I did was like a review of a book that I did not particularly like, but I had to get out there. Uh, I know it's still quite a bit. It's technically not Pride Month, but I did want to do like books on pride and queer representation and just queer characters. If this isn't for you, let's keep the peace. Let's just make things go right for both of us. And if you don't like this, if you're not interested in this, just go ahead, click out of the video, go do something else. Just let's not start a whole thing in the comments and all that because I'm not for that. I'm choosing peace and I'm not going to engage in that. If you don't like that, that's fine. Listen, you're well within your rights to not like that. We are different people. Leave the video. Don't stay here. Don't stay mad. Don't stay stewing. Don't leave anything in the comments that's like, yeah, you and your, because I will actively ignore you. You will not be acknowledged. You can put as much hate as you want. Let's set ourselves for peace. Let's do these things nicely. Do not engage. Just like I don't engage in certain media that I don't like, stuff with gore, stuff with horror, stuff with gratuitous violence, you don't have to click here and watch this. Okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to start. I have quite a few books. I would say quite a few, as if I don't have like 4 bookcases that are still pretty full. I just picked the ones that have characters that are queer, LGBTQ plus. I put them into piles that make sense. They're right in the corner where it's like different stories, like stories that have queer characters, but they're not the main character, but they're there. Stories about queer characters who the thing is being queer and being LGBTQ plus, and stories where their characters are queer, but being queer and LGBTQ plus is not the main thing. Some of these differ for quality and content, so I'll put trigger warnings. This is very spoiler heavy, so if you do not want to be spoiled, this might not be the video for you. I don't think that I can put all the books and stuff I have here, all the graphic novels and things I have here, because there's a lot. I'll see if I can put a list in the explanation, the description of the video. But yeah, I do like to put spoilers because there are some books with heavy things here, and I'll put a trigger warning for each book. I do not like to put people blindly on these things, so yeah. So I think I'm gonna start with the smallest pile, which is like books that have queer characters in them, but like maybe as background, or that's not the big thing that they're doing. So let's see here. This is more comic books than books, but oh well. This is Sakana by Mad Rupert. This character right here, this angry blonde guy, he's actually, I believe he's gay. Yeah, he's gay. But the main story is not about him. It's just a fun little side character. I like him. I think he's fun. But it's just about these guys that work at a fish market, and this guy is trying to date this cute girl, and this guy has issues. He has issues too. They all have issues. Yeah, it's just a little silly, I wouldn't say low stakes story, but it's definitely not as stressful as some other stories. I mentioned this, like I said, like one of the side characters is gay. It's Yudai Tanaka, I believe. I like him. He's a very grumpity grump character. He's a grump. Like, look how grumpy he is. Look at his grumpiness. I like him as a character. Trigger warning. Unfortunately, this happens in the story. I believe violence, like domestic violence. He does have a partner, and that's a very big part of the story. Is that his partner is abusive. I don't know, like the cut that he has on his face was because his partner in a drunken stupor threw something at his face and it hurt him. And that's abusive. That's abuse. And his partner brushed it off like, oh, it happened. I was drunk. That's not cool. That is not a cool thing to do. And his former partner does not respect boundaries. I should have said former partner. His former partner does not respect boundaries, and he keeps trying to meddle in and disrespecting him. And he's like, well, I think we should talk it out. Buddy, you should have talked it out before you threw the bottle at his face. I don't care that you were drunk. So, yeah, that's a very unfortunate part. But, yeah, this is a cute story. Let's see. These are mostly comics. This one, which is my favorite book in the history of ever. Eva Luna by Isabel Allende. Trigger warning, all types. Violence, incest, abuse, child abuse, trafficking. It has a lot. I would say look at the list because it's a book it's telling you the story of this young girl, Eva Luna, from Chile in like the 40s to the 70s. So yeah, it has a lot of that stuff. What can I say? History is horrible. But the thing I wanted to mention here is that there is a side character who is transgender. They use the old term here because this book is like not current. This is like a book from like the 90s, the 80s. So it's not current at all. But the side character is transgender, and her name is Mimi, and I love Mimi. I'm a Mimi stan. Mimi is a queen. She was a former cabaret singer in the red light district of town. By day, before transitioning, she was a Italian professor because she's an Italian immigrant. By night, she is a cabaret singer. She's a very beautiful, theatrical, classy old Hollywood person. Unfortunately, she gets captured by the police and sent to a jail where Mimi, trigger warning, suffers abuse. She is abused and beaten, and they try to test conversion therapy, electro-conversion therapy, which is horrible. She is saved, and after she is saved by an old friend and getting back to health and taken to the hospital and does all the surgeries, she becomes what Eva Luna, the main character, dubs as the most beautiful woman in the world. She's an actress. She does modeling on the side. She tries to be as beautiful as she can be. She enjoys ceramics. I just think she's a wonderful character. She becomes a very close to Eva, like a sister, and she's just a very good character, and I love her dearly. So if you want to know more about her, read the book. Mind you, look at the trigger warnings. There's a lot. There's guerrilla warfare too. I like this book. I like it. Well, let's see. This is more for kids. I would say teens and tweens. Drama by Raina Telgemeier. Ooh, this is a controversial one. This is on a book ban because, spoiler warning, there's a gay kiss here. Two boys kiss each other. The context is that they're doing this play, and one of them is the assistant stage manager or something. So obviously they know all the lines and everything. Hello, they're theater kids. Of course they know all the lines. They know all the lines of all the characters who are relevant, even though irrelevant ones. And the person who's doing, like, this girl here, who's doing the main female character, she has a little bit of a freak out, as one does, young teens, and she does not want to be on stage. They can't find the understudy, so one of the young boys decides to be like, well, there's nobody left. We have 2 minutes until she comes to stage. I'm going to put the dress on, and I'm going to play her part. And that's that. The character does come out that he is gay afterwards, I believe, gay or bisexual. It's a little nebulous there. He's just trying to find himself. But it's mostly we follow her story, and these are the two boys. Like, this one's actually gay. He's a character. He also likes theater, but this is the one that turns out to also be gay. It's a whole little mess because she likes him, and he likes somebody else, and it's drama. Drama. So it's very cute. It's a cute story. It's very teenager, very teenager. Like if you're a teen, you get it. If you're an adult, you're like, this could have been an email. I thought it was low stakes. It was cute. And this is from a manga, Gekkan Shoujo no Saki-kun. So they don't have queer characters per se, but there's this character, Kashima. This is a girl that likes to dress up like a boy and flirt with girls, not because she likes them, but because she has the princely aura. She actually is straight. She just enjoys female attention, and the girls like her because they can openly flirt with somebody who looks good without being harassed or harangued or anything. Like, they just go out, have tea, waste time. It's all good. But like, constantly she gets dressed like a boy. She acts like a princely male character. Like, that's her whole shtick. Like, she's a part of a theater club. And she's like always dressing up like a boy and being charming and being surrounded by charming girls. Like, it's very silly. This is super silly. I don't know, if you get up in arms about this, you might need to calm down, because this is the silliest silly that I ever sillied. Every time I read this, I'm like, could you kids be a little bit smarter? But they're kids, I guess. So that's the characters who are like, side characters and all that. Books that have side characters that are queer, but that's not the story itself. I'm gonna go with a book that's like the characters are queer, LGBTQ plus, and the whole story is about that. Let's start with La Creme de la Creme. OMG, check please. That's right. They're signed too. It's such a good book. Heated Rivalry, who? I don't know them. I only know this. So this is the story, basically like this Biddy, Eric Biddy, who is like, goes to the university, Samuel University, and joins the hockey team. He was a former ice skater, and he decides like, well, you guys don't have an ice skating team, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and be a hockey player. I'm good on ice anyway. And it's the trials and tribulation of Beatty while trying to, get comfortable with his sexuality. Beatty is a closeted gay boy. He is from a very small town in Georgia, in the South. It is said, and this is a spoiler, but it is shown that in his youth, he tried out for the football team, and the other boys were very mean to him. They called him a slur and other things, and they threatened him with like harm, like, you come here again and we're gonna so yeah, it's a very scary situation to be in, because he's in that part of the South with that socially acceptable crazy that harming someone for who they like is socially acceptable. Whatever qualms you have about this, or whatever qualms you have about people's sexualities, that's between you and God. If you believe in God, if you call God something else, whatever. I never believe that it's okay that somebody who has an interest in a different gender should ever be okay to like be beat up or hurt or harmed. That is crazy work. If you believe that, get out of the video. I don't want you seeing this. I don't like you, and I don't want you to hear me. I don't support that. If I'm acting a little bizarre, I am sick. I'm going through a cold, so bear with me. But yeah, he's a little baby boy, and he goes through a lot. And it's just a lot of growth and trying to come up with terms with that. It's very nice. I like it. He also likes baking a lot. That has nothing to do with anything. He just really likes baking pies. I thought it was cute. He likes to cook with his mama, so he's a very big mama's boy. It's a very good story. It's free online. You can read it, or you could buy the physical book. I, of course, snagged these. I believe it was a Kickstarter. Look how gorgeous. It's just about him and finding a community and finding himself. A very cute, very good book. This is gorgeous book. The Magic Fist by, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this, Trung Lee Nguyen. It's about this young boy who is gay. It's like an autobiographical story mixed with some fantasy stories and the story of immigration. It's about this young boy who's trying to come to terms with his own sexuality and his own gender, and trying to also come to terms with like this whole thing that his mom is going through with moving away and immigration and all that. And it's just a gorgeous book. Like, could you just Like, gorgeous, gorgeous book. Beautiful, beautiful book. And there are times where it's a little bit difficult because, you know, we have to deal with the immigration. It's never easy leaving everything you ever know, but it's for the betterment of your family and your kids. Like in his mom's case, she's dealing with this and he's looking at that. He's also dealing with himself, and it's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's such a beautiful book. I highly recommend it. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous book. And it's very relatable in that if you're an immigrant or if you're a parent of an immigrant, it might hit a little too close to home. So yeah. Next one is a manga. The main character isn't gay, but it is literally called, I think our son is gay. Being gay is the big thing here, but the thing is that it's a mother. It's the story through the mother's eyes. Like, where is she? There she is. She's such a good mom. Where it's like this mother who is worried because she's in Japan and she's worried like, oh, my son likes boys. How can I navigate this myself? How can I navigate this myself? How can I help him? Because her priority is always her son. Like, what's going to happen to him? What if people bully him? What if he doesn't find someone? And it's just discovering and going through this like process of like, okay, well, what can I do to be a good mom and support him? What can I do to learn from this? This is a very topical thing. Like, it's more less so like, oh, I'm gay. It's more like, well, what if my son is gay? And how can I be there for him? How can I behave in a way that makes him feel loved? You know, it's a very sweet story. She's a good mom. I think she's one of the best moms in fiction, dare I say. I believe he is a romantic asexual and he is gay, and she's just trying to figure this out, try to be there for them, try to learn things about herself and about her children. It's just a very lighthearted at times book. It does deal with like Japanese society and LGBTQ things, so it's very topical. It'll let you know a lot about another country, so you'll learn. It's very pretty too. Like, the drawings are very pretty. Like, look at this. Cute. Look how cute they are. He's so cute. So yeah, it's very lighthearted, very low stakes, slice of life. I like that. The next one is The Girl from the Sea by Mariana Osterag. This is it has something I love, Selkies. I love Selkies so much. It's like one of my favorite mythological things, like Selkies. Basically it's this girl, I believe that she moved to like this little small town, I think. I don't remember a lot. Like, it's been a while. Like, I read this once. But basically she moved back to this town, or maybe moved to this town, and the thing is that she is queer, like she likes girls, and it's a lot, and she meets this girl from her dreams and her memories who's a Selkie. And the story with Selkies is that, you know, they give the person they like their pelt, and you keep that, treasure it, keep it hidden, it's all good. But if they put their pelt on and they go to sea, they have to be at sea for 7 years. So it's like, oh, it's a little bit of a tragic thing, really, if you really think about it. A little tragic, like 7 whole years without seeing the person you love. They can never take the pelt off again. They can never go to land. They are literally locked at sea. So it's like that. It is a little bittersweet. If you like bittersweet stories, yeah, it's also, you know, about a girl trying to find herself, trying to find her sexuality, trying to convince her friends. And it also has this thing that we don't talk about enough, and I think we should talk about in fiction. And it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, whatever. This thing is very relatable. Trying to balance a romantic relationship with your regular relationships. We all had a friend who, when they decided to start dating, they kind of like abandon friends, like, oh, I gotta be with my Pookie, I gotta be with my sweetie pie, I can't hang out with you today, blah, 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 blah. And it happens. It's completely normal, you know. It happens. Should it be normal? No. And it's like that type of conversation between balancing who I am inside and who I'm dating and prioritizing my friendships. It's like, if you're going through this, if you're young, this is like very relatable. Personally, You got to learn the balance. That's something you're gonna have to do with yourself. But yeah, this is a cute book. It's like also another gorgeous book, gorgeous book, like a beautiful. Look at this, gorgeous. It's got like stun. A lot of these are graphic novels. I don't know. I haven't read any book that I like because some of these books. I also just like beautiful graphic novels. They're gorgeous. This is The Prince and the Dressmaker. I don't know if it counts or not. I like to think it counts, so it counts. Basically, it's about this young prince who likes to wear pretty dresses. Yeah, that's the story. He's straight, as far as I know. Yeah, he's straight. He just likes to wear beautiful dresses because he looks at the state of men's clothes and he's like, God, this is boring. Valid. Very valid. Yana Roni and cheese. I mean, hello, look at the material. And so he hires this like not well-known seamstress to make him the most gorgeous dresses. Gorgeous. Did I say it was gorgeous? It's just beautiful. And it does talk a lot about like the expectations of masculinity and somebody who does not partake in that. It's very, very sad at times because it's like, like he's not gay. He does not have a problem. Like he likes women. He just does not like this typical violent, gruff, stereotypical expectations of masculinity. And maybe that's something we can all discover. Like, do I like this thing or am I forced to like it? Like, come on, look at this twist. Oh no, it fell again. My goodness. Like, hello. Beautiful images. And it's maybe something we have to converse with everybody. Have this conversation about this, like what are we doing? Why are we doing these things? Yeah. Now I'm gonna go where stories that the characters are queer, LGBTQ+, but that's not what the story is about. Starting with, this is a good one. Tiger. I love it. Tiger. Everybody read it. It's free online. Read Tiger. Read it. Post haste. This is adult though. Young person, don't read this. It's basically about this lady, Ludovica. I don't know how to say her name. It's a very difficult name. Ludovica. They call her Ludo. She decides to pass herself off as her twin brother so she can sail the Gallant, their father's ship, so she can study sea sponges. In the process, she might have woken up the god of death and the apocalypse. She also thinks she likes girls, but I think one is more pertinent than the other. Okay, good for you that you think that girls are pretty. You woke up the god of death and the apocalypse. Oops! In your pursuit of sunny, steep sponges, you let this being of end in your ship and jump-started the apocalypse. Whoops. It's a gorgeous book again. I just like beautiful things. Beautiful book. Whoa, nudity. I did not see that. I forgot that was there. We all see the Starbucks movie. It's gorgeous. It's pretty. That's something they her liking girls is brought up briefly. But the main thing is that, sea sponges and the apocalypse. There's also a little bit on her brother and his own internal feelings about his sexuality and his first mate. Ooh. But, how can you compete with the apocalypse? You just can't. It's very good. If you like sea, if you like swashbuckling, if you like just beautiful stuff and funny things, funny stories, and very good characters, you can read this. This is also another one I got recently. I Am Their Silence by Jordi Lafebre. This is a bisexual character, but that's not what the story is about. The story is about she is a therapist, a very questionable therapist, in my opinion, who decides to be moral support for one of her clients who owns a big vineyard, and it's the anniversary, and she somehow becomes entangled in a murder. And she sets on her mind that I can help solve this murder. Girl. Girl. Yeah, it's a Barcelona murder mystery. Gorgeous book. Again, I seem to have a knack for the beautiful things. It's a graphic novel. What can I say? Like a graphic novel. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Trigger warning for this one is sexual assault and domestic abuse, because it does talk about Spain, and Spain, if you know, you know, has high rates, at least back in the day, and probably still to this day, high rates of sexual and domestic abuse. It is unfortunate, but it is to the truth. It's just a very beautiful book. And yeah, like I said, her being bisexual is not the big thing. It's the fact that she's got some issues. This girl's got issues. This lady has got problems. For one, the dead women of her family talk to her, not like in a ghost kind of way, like mentally she hears their voices and sees apparitions. Yeah, but it's a great book. Great book. This one is Slip by Marika Makula and Atmaja Pandya. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. It's about ceramics. I love ceramics. I was a ceramicist, but I can't afford it right now. Womp womp. But it's a great book. The main character, I believe, is lesbian, which is cute, I guess. But that's not, when I say cute, I guess, I'm trying not to be dismissive, but the big thing about this is it's a very delicate topic. Trigger warning, suicide. It's about a young girl who goes into an artist retreat, and you know, she wanted to be there with her friend, but her friend is not there because her friend has decided to, unfortunately, try to end her life, and she is currently in a hospital. And in this place, she does meet a girl, and she and this girl try to form a cute little relationship, like try to find that artistic connection and maybe a little romance, but always in the back of her mind. And the big thing about this is that, you know, my friend who I love dearly, somebody I love so closely, who I trusted so much, has done this, and I want to know why. Why didn't you trust me enough to open up and tell me you were doing this? What did I do wrong? What could I have done? And that's mostly the topic of this book. And in the process, she does create art that reflect on these inner emotions. She is upset about this, and she creates this this cat creature that is very sharp and scary, and she also makes this canine very angry, very violent, very well made, because it's made of clay. If you know how to work with clay, you know how hard it is, but like volatile creature that is hurtful and harmful. And it's just a very sad thing. This book does have mental health resources. Take a moment. If you need it, go ahead. But yeah, because it's the whole time she's very angry, thinking about, why didn't you talk to me? Why did you do this to yourself? What could I have done to help you? And it's just, you know, it's just a part of, like, sometimes what you can do is just be there. Sometimes people do things not thinking of others because they're that deep in the dark place, and you just got to be there and be open for them. This is a very difficult book, but it's very beautiful. It talks about a very difficult situation, and if you are in a difficult situation, you don't understand why somebody is, it's just like, it does talk about that, because rarely do you ever see what happens on the other side. And I think that So I have been in a difficult situation before. I'm going through a difficult situation right now. And these types of books help me ground me, try to make me realize that, hey, it's not all about me. There's people who love me and who worry about me. So I think this is a very important point of view. The fact that she likes girls is just an afterthought. I think it's more important what this book talks about than just the fact that she likes girls. And if all you can focus on is that she likes girls, click out of the video. This is Daybreak by Musab. This is more like hearted, very cute, it's a cute book. Like it's just a fluffy high school romance between I believe it's two they thems or I believe it's a they them, a he they, a they them, non-binary genders. Either way, it's cute, it's lighthearted, it's low stakes, it's slice of life, it's a slow progression. I believe one of them, Cog, is autistic. Very cute, very pretty book, and very good characters. Musop is the GOAT when it comes to character designs. If you want something lighthearted and cute, like I said, it's never about the turmoil of like, oh, I like this person who's not straight. It's more like, teenage insecurity. Like, I'm a teenager. Am I good enough for them? Do I got the right words? What if they don't like me? Very low stakes and cute. Like, All right, hold on to your heads. Boy, I'm coming in swinging with the hard-hitting ones. This is a pros and cons list for strong feelings. It's like a graphic memoir. It's a little bit more sketchy than the other ones. Still very pretty. This is a tough book because this is the story of Will Betke Brunswick. This is a queer person, and they're trying to figure out their gender and their sexuality and everything, and trigger warning: parental death and cancer. Their mother, unfortunately, I'm gonna cry, sorry. Their mother, unfortunately, is diagnosed with cancer and it's terminal. And so it's a very difficult situation that Will is going through. They're very close with their mother. They draw themselves as penguins. I believe it's just a way to detach themselves from a very traumatic and sad moment. See, that's the dad and the mom in the window. And it's difficult trying to find yourself and trying to deal with like all these conflicting emotions when the person who understands you the most is sick and dying. Oh God, I'm sorry. It's just a very sad book. It's so good. It's cathartic. If you ever lost a parent, I highly recommend it. It really doesn't matter whether you're queer, straight, or anything. It's just a very human book. And trying to find yourself and coping with this, dealing with this situation. It's so sad, but it's real. Boy, it's a lot. It's a total whiplash. Maybe I should have spaced this better, but it's a beautiful book. It's little penguins, but it's very beautiful. You will cry. God. This is The Breakaways by Kathy G. Johnson. It's about these little group of misfit girls who are in a reject soccer team, like where all the rejects who are really bad at soccer go into. Some of the characters are queer, like some of them are lesbians, transgender, and all that. That's never the focal point. The focal point to me is the fact that as a team, all these kids are kind of like dysfunctional, I guess. Like they come from difficult homes or they're going through difficult times, and how all these things affect each other because they're a team and they're close together. And the main character is going through something difficult, and it's a very character driven. Maybe you can find this relatable. A lot of relatability, losing a best friend, doing something you don't want because some of them are being forced to be on the team, having parents who don't care, or coming from a home that's not ideal. Yeah, it's very sketchy, simple, Yeah, it's maybe a difficult read, but it's kind of cathartic in some ways. These are two from the same. It's from Arden High. These are, if you're a Shakespeare enthusiast, this one's the one for you. 12 Great Nights and King Cheer. Basically, this is the story of Viola or Vi, and she's new at school, and it's a love triangle. She likes him and she likes her. The thing is that she never pretends to be a boy, because in the original Shakespeare play, Viola pretends to be a boy because it's a whole convoluted thing. And this one, she's a girl. She always knows that she's a girl, and she likes a boy who likes a girl, and the girl likes her. So yeah, never is the problem like, oh, I like girls, a big thing. It's more like the boy that I like doesn't like me. It's very teenager. There's also, and I think this is the bigger themes that Viola goes through the whole book, is the separation. Her brother has decided to go to another school. They were always close. They recently had a big loss in the family. Trigger warning, parental death. Their dad had died. And that is deeply, deeply affecting how she behaves and how she's dealing with this whole situation. Very pretty book. Very beautiful, gorgeous. Her brother is bisexual. But that's not the big thing. The big thing is we are no longer as close as we were, and that hurts. I'm hurting. And, there's a way where we can talk about it and deal with it. It's difficult because they're at a very transitional part of their life. Their teenage years. So, yeah, it's mostly just this girl trying to deal with separation from her brother after a traumatic event, and trying to find herself and deal with, all these things. Because this is something I like the way that she feels about what she's going through with her brother and her family affects her relationship with her friends, with her crush, with this girl that has a crush on her. It's a lot. This one I still haven't completely read the whole, but basically it's King Cheer. They has queer characters, but the being queer is not the thing. It's basically about this dysfunctional high school cheerleading team. These kids need help. Jesus, help them. Not because they like boys or they like girls, just because y'all so horrible to each other. You are manipulative and mean and sneaky and two-faced, and I don't like that. Very teenager. If you are part of a manipulative friend group, this might resonate. If you have been part of a manipulative friend group, this will resonate. It's very dramatic because hello, it's Shakespeare. But yeah, no. These look like Jesse and Dave. Yeah, these horrible people. Horrible little children. Y'all need to calm down. I think they do capture that intensity that teenagers have when they care a lot about something. It's very nice. You don't often see teenagers having this type of representation where it's silly to adults, but for teenagers, yeah, it makes sense. I like that. We need those spaces for them again. We need teenager spaces again, teenager stories. Oh boy. Here's another tough one. I'm sorry. Ooh. Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is waves. Another tough one. Trigger warning. Loss of child. This is based on the author's experience. This is the story. It's a very sad story, These are a couple of two women, and I believe they're married, and they're trying to conceive a child through IVF. It's a very difficult process. It may not lead to well results, but you know, it seems that it's successful. The story goes through that, yes, she is pregnant, but unfortunately, one night she loses the baby, and that's very sad. And this book is her trying to cope with this loss, this very, very sad, tragic loss. There is a need of motherhood, and there was a need to have a child, to be a family in the traditional sense, like having, a baby. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It's visually stunning, but heartbreaking. My heart breaks for anybody who goes through this situation. You don't have to be straight, gay, queer, whatever you want to call yourself, to know that this is a loss that nobody should go through. Like, she's excited, and then after it happens, her world just turns gray and black, and it hurts. And as the story progresses and they go to therapy and they go through all the proper channels, color starts to return again, because grief is horrible, but it is not permanent. It's just a very, very sad, meaningful story. Yeah. If you know anybody who's going through this, if you yourself went through this, it's a very highly recommended book. Yeah. Let's end this. I did not bring I forgot the love report. I don't know that it was meaningful enough. It's a little silly story about girls trying to find the meaning of love and going through relationships. I forgot to bring it. Whoops. There's 2 queer characters there. The most popular girls in school who have gone through unsavory situations with attention decide to get together, and they like each other because they understand what it's like to be in unsavory situations, because boys like them, but they did not reciprocate. The boys decided to retaliate and say mean, hateful things about them that spread through the school, and that affected them. School gossip is something we really don't talk about, but school gossip is very devastating, especially in your formative years. Like, if you're a teenager, school gossip is so tragic, and it can be dangerous. Be warned. I didn't bring it, but yeah. This is a little bit of a lighthearted one by Mari Costa. I also forgot another book of hers. It's okay. It's whatever's. Belle of the Ball. It's all these are girls and they like each other. And it's just a teen drama. Yeah, it's compared to, I'm sorry, I just finished talking about something so sad and tragic, and I'm going with more teen dramas. A lot of teen dramas. I feel like we need more adult situations, but maybe not, because then, yeah. So anyway, it's like a teen drama between these girls, like, oh, I like you, and we're dating, and I used to like you, but it talks about relationships and identity. And something I noticed that they try to do here that I don't think a lot of people try to achieve, like, okay, like, I like you and you like me, blah blah blah, like a love triangle. This character here, she and these 2 girls are in a relationship, an on and off relationship. I noticed this, of like, she's very self-centered. And I think that's something everybody should try to think, like, okay, what is this relationship? I'm comfortable in it, but, like, am I happy in it? Which is, like, when these 2, like, these used to be friends and they try to be friends again, there's, like, ooh, they have a bond and maybe a crush. It's kind of messy, but sort of understandable. And I think that's something we really need to explore, because, like, this girl likes her girlfriend, but she doesn't actively care about her. Like, oh, well, I have a 10-year life plan and you're in it. as an afterthought. Like, oh, you go ahead and do your soccer thingy, but I graduate and I'm a valedictorian and I'm a surgeon and I'm this and I'm that and yada 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 yada. And I think this is a good if you're going through, if you're young, like a teenager, 20-year-old, and you're in a relationship and you notice this discrepancy, even a friendship where it's like me, me. You might want to give this a read, because like, she does care. I'm not saying she doesn't care, but she cares more about the optics and the looks of everything than what she cares about her girlfriend and her girlfriend's goals. She doesn't ask her, what do you want to do with your life? What are you going to do? She's like, oh, we're just going to do your soccer thing and we're going to get married and be successful because I'm going to be a great surgeon. I'm going to win a Nobel Peace Prize and me. Whereas this is also another thing about self-image and identity. Oh, where is it? Where are you? Oh, yeah, like this girl here, it does not try to, she likes beautiful things. She likes pretty things and pretty dresses and whatnot. She doesn't wear them because I don't look the part. Let go of that idea that you have to look a certain way. Just wear the clothes that you want to wear. It's very tragic. And then this one has a problem with identity of what is expected of me from my parents, from my girlfriend, and what I want to do. And like, okay, I don't think they like each other, but they don't love each other that much, because it's like, oh, whatever, I'm just going through the motions. I feel like this is something everybody can relate to. You don't have to be queer to relate to these things. It's just something that does happen in everybody, and it's very relatable. We all have issues with our identities and our relationships, and it affects us and another. Be warned that everything is pink. Everything is pink. Pink. So visually, woof. Just the different shades of pink. You might get dizzy. You might get eye strain. I'm letting you know. Yeah. And last, this is not a fiction book, like a fictional book or a graphic novel. This is like just something I have at hand, like Hollywood Pride, like we're history in Hollywood. This is very in-depth. That's if you feel like cinema. I love cinema, so I got this book and I adore it. It's very interesting. It's very interesting to see how it all used to be and all the tidbits and stuff. Like, ooh, these characters and these people and all these stories and censorship and, you know, how Hollywood handled these topics and all the characters that, you know, all these actors too, because, you know, fun fact, they were contract marriages, and if you didn't do the contract marriage, you're out of a job, which is why all these actresses and actors have been divorced like 7,000 times. You know, it's like, oh, the children's hour. Woof. Be warned, that is a rough movie if you're going to engage in it. Woof. It's Shirley MacLaine and Audrey Hepburn. It's very rough. It's a very rough book. Like, you know, all these, if you're a fan of cinema and you got friends who are like cinema, it's a very good book to read. It's very interesting. You don't know a lot of things. Some of these like speculate on the sexuality of some actors. Some of these full on say like, yeah, no, this actor was this way. You know, Rock Hudson, rest in peace, buddy. You were a real one. Like, I like these actors. It's good. If you like Hollywood, I recommend reading it. Yeah. But yeah, that's, I know like June is like a whole month away, but maybe get a jump start so you can like, just engage in just good books if you want to do that for Pride Month, or if you not, just read a good book, you know. I think Iron Widow was another one, but I no longer have that copy. I gave it to a friend who appreciates science fiction. I do. Sorry, what can I say? Science fiction is just not my cup of tea. But yeah, these are mostly graphic novels, but they're still novels. So yeah, I highly recommend them. Like I said, there's a lot of trigger warning. If you want to do more research, do it. Check your local libraries, your used bookstores. If you can't find the used bookstores, go to local bookstores. Worst things worst, go to Amazon or Barnes and Noble. But yeah, that was that. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble about this, and bye.